Hey guys, and welcome back to another Caff cast. Today we are doing something that most of you probably won't expect me to do, but a couple of years ago I actually did a few videos on cryptocurrency mining specifically. I did videos for Dogecoin. They were really well received at the time, and I was kind of got really into it. I mined a load of coins, and for those of you who have been watching my streams recently, I lost all those coins because I completely forgot what the wallet is now, and they're gone forever, essentially. But a new coin actually got released yesterday, which kind of piqued my interest. If you use Reddit at all, you've probably already seen it. It's called Garlicoin or Garlic Coin. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to say Garlicoin because that's a whole lot easier for everybody involved. And I wanted to sit down with you guys and just make a super basic, bare bones video tutorial to explain to you what Garlicoin is, what we've got so far in that cryptocurrency, and also how to get set up with mining as well. This tutorial is specific to Garlicoin, but anybody who's doing anything on that kind of Litecoin, any of that kind of stuff, if you want to know about cryptocurrencies in general, and if you're interested in learning how to mine anything that runs on a similar system to Garlicoin, this tutorial will still apply. But if there's any cryptocurrencies you are interested in learning more about with me, I'm interested in making more of these videos. If it's something that you guys like and you want to see more, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and let us know down below in the comments. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the tutorial. I have a computer here that I have set up. This is my mining computer, and everything is currently completely fresh. It's basically a fresh install of Windows. So we have nothing else going on here at all. What I do have, however, is my graphics card software. I use Asus graphics cards. I always have. Doesn't really matter if you prefer a different graphics card or AMD or whatever. This video will still apply to anybody using AMD cards, but we'll be talking about how you get started rather than showing you physically the cards going, because we're going to be showing you physically Nvidia cards going. But don't worry, I'm explaining this for Nvidia and AMD. The most important thing that you need to do before you start mining is get some software that you can use to control your fans. Because, as you'll see in this video, if we leave things set to stock, it's going to get pretty hot. And we need to make sure that our fans are on around about 90, if not 100%, to make sure we keep those cards as cool as possible. If you start mining with your graphics card and you spend a long time, days, weeks, months, over 80 degrees, you're risking damaging your cards permanently, and there's a good chance that your warranty won't cover that. So please, completely full disclosure here, be careful when you start mining. That's the most important thing to remember. But anyway, we'll show you how that all works as well, so you don't need to worry too much. Anyway, the first place that you want to go to is garlicoin.io. That is the official website of the cryptocurrency. If you want to learn more about it, you can see here is a little bit of information about the cryptocurrency itself. If you don't know much about cryptocurrencies, essentially, this is not like a super serious cryptocurrency. This is a bit of a fun kind of joke, meme kind of coin, the same way that Dogecoin was. But the Dogecoin sent a Jamaican bobsled team to the Olympics, the Winter Olympics, and they got a car out on a Doge car out on like some indie race. I can't remember. It was like some kind of like American indie race. But it just goes to show you like how much interesting, fun stuff you can do with cryptocurrencies, and also that intrinsically they do have like a worth. So the coins that you mine will eventually be worth something. They're not going to be worth like loads, I expect. The chances of these coins becoming very, very expensive are quite slim. So if you're here to get rich quick, this probably isn't the right video for you. There are plenty of other ways of getting a lot more coins a lot quicker with different cryptocurrencies. But for this one, and for the purpose of this video, this is just like a really nice introduction cryptocurrency. That's kind of all you need to know. So this is a website you can go to. If you click the resources button on the top right hand side, you have a variety of different pages that we can go to. The first one that you want to step over to is the wallet page. We have a variety of different options for you guys here. Now, at time of recording this video, Electrum. Currently, when you try to download Electrum, it's showing as a false positive for a virus, or rather a Trojan, on a Windows computer. If that super worries you, try downloading it now when you're watching this video. If it still shows up with like a virus, then you don't have to use it. That's basically a nice, pretty version of basically what is a command line interface wallet that you can use. But for the purposes of this tutorial, just to get us up and running and to show you guys how this works, we're going to use what's called a paper bag. Now I'm going to move the mouse around to actually generate a wallet here. But what this is basically an online wallet. Now, this isn't a place that you want to keep coins permanently, because if you leave coins in a wallet like this permanently, you're going to kind of struggle a little bit, because it means that you're putting them in a place that could mean that they are inherently could get lost, basically. But what you get straight away here is a share and a secret. Now, your share, this is your public key. If you've spent any time on the Garlicoin forums, which you can see here, and look at any of the comments, you'll see tons and tons of people posting. Let's see, more comments here, and let's just go through and see if we can find some people. Here we go. So everyone's posting these G addresses. Now, that is your public address. If someone wants to send you Garlicoin, then that's the one that you give them. That's the one that you want to use. This key is your private key. That's the key that you use if you want to gain access to this wallet using anything else. So essentially, using a paper bag is fine, and it is secure as long as nobody knows that code. If that code gets leaked online, then you're screwed. This wallet that we're looking at right now, because it generates a new one every single time you press the generate new address button. This wallet is don't use it. Basically, don't try and put stuff in this wallet, because it's been compromised, if you will. So the first thing you do, get yourself a code from this site, press the print button, and then you have that code. Once the Galerian website is working, once this is all set up with Electrum, then you can just go ahead and import that directly into this software. No problem at all. Works absolutely fine. If you want to just go ahead and do it anyway, feel free. I'm just not going to show you guys because I don't want to be held responsible for a virus or whatever, but I mean, I'm sure it's absolutely fine. But if you want to just get a basic setup going and use a piece of software later on, as long as you keep this private code, you can import that wallet into the fancy software later on. We're just talking about bare bones, basic getting set up, okay? So we have a wallet. Boom. Done. That's all sorted. We can print that off. We've got the keys sorted. Okay, that's the first thing we need to do. The second thing is to choose a way to mine those coins. Obviously, if you have a wallet and you want people to send you coins, it's super easy. You can just say, hey, send me a coin, and then maybe someone will send you a coin. But for the purposes of this video, the wallet part, and that is done. You're set up. You're good to go. One thing to note, though, if you go to the Garlic Block Explorer and you can't find the wallet, that is because, like, basically you can take your wallet address here, this one, and then you can put that into here, and you can press search. It won't find anything until there's actually some money in there. So you need to make sure that there's some money in the wallet. Like these wallets here that you can see or whatever, for example, have an intrinsic value. They have money in them. So make sure that you don't freak out, basically, is what I'm saying. If you can't find your wallet, it won't be there until you actually start mining. So wallet's out the way, you know how it works. This is where you can go to find out more information if you want to learn the real specific details about Garlicoin, but I know that most of you are watching this to find out how to do mining. So if you click the How to Mine button, you can find out more sort of basic information about the way that mining works. But essentially, what it is you have a CPU or a GPU in your computer. Those pieces of hardware basically focus all their energies into complex kind of mathematical calculations to try to crack a block. Essentially, the mining kind of thing comes from, they keep on trying different combinations of numbers until they find the right one. When they find the right one, that block has been opened, and then everybody who was working on that block gets a share of those coins. So, for example, if you're doing, let's just say 300 kilohashes per second, that's like a number we'll get into later on. You might get like 0.2 Garlicoin, 0.3 Garlicoin, and that's essentially how it works. So, the first thing I would suggest is not to use CPU mining, because you're not going to get anything really out of it. If you're just using a laptop and you just want to see the super basics about how it works, go for it. Follow this tutorial. It's super easy. I'm sure you'll be able to work out how to get running, and you'll be able to do some mining. It won't do very well for you though. The best thing for you to do is go on to mining and then choose either Nvidia or AMD. Now, as I said before, if you're an AMD miner, then all you've got to do is head over to this guide here. I'll give you the specific link if you want to just like copy and paste that. I'll also put all these in the description down below as well, so you can find them really easily. But this is being updated constantly. It's giving you guys pools that you can use, which again, we'll talk about pooled mining very, very shortly. And it'll tell you basically exactly what to do. Download the GPU miner, blah, 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 blah. It's literally all there for you. There you go, AMD mining. Just choose the miner, click it, download it, boom, you're done. No problem at all. But for the purposes of this tutorial, we're going to show you how to do Nvidia mining. So you have two choices when you want to do mining. You can either choose a solo mining, which is basically you working super hard to mine blocks on your own with just the hardware that you've got in your computer. Now, that might be difficult. You'll get a bigger payout if you manage to work out and crack the block before anybody else. But because there is so much power in the network and so many people are mining at the same time as you, the chances of you actually breaking that block are infinitesimally small. So, the best thing for you to do is look into pool mining, which basically puts you in with a group of other people and gets you mining the same stuff as them, and then you get a share equal to the amount of work that you put in to that mine, that block. And as you can see, if I go ahead and refresh this page for live information here, Bakery currently are doing 531 mega hashes. Now, I laugh because that's a lot. That you'll see how much we managed to do with our computer setup, which is quite a good setup. And then that's nothing in comparison to what these guys are doing. I have a 1080 Ti and a 980 Ti in this computer. We will mine around about 1 mega hash, and there's 500 mega hash literally on this one pool. Now, the most important thing for you to do is to just choose one. You don't need to, it doesn't need to be any specific one. Personally, I'm mining on Butterpool just because it's really not a good idea to have too many people on the same pool. For a thing called a 51% attack, which if you want to do some more research on that, you're more than welcome to. But basically, spread the load is essentially kind of the thought process you need to be on. So Butterpool is not too busy, and it's got a reasonably good fee. So we'll click on Butterpool there. That'll take us to a new page and show us some information about the pool, how many people are working on it. So there's about 500 people working on this right now. It's also the one that I'm working on currently as well, and we have the link that we need to actually send our software to work on that pool. So fantastic. Okay, we've chosen a pool. All we need to do now is we need to download the pool miner. So we go pool mining. It says here, download this special pool miner. So you can click that. Remember, only download software that is on the official garlicoin.io website. Don't want to be held responsible for anybody getting bad problems or anything, And we can go ahead and download the x64 version 2.2.4 software. We'll save that, and that's going to go ahead and download that for us, which is great. And once the security scan is done, that software should be fine, which it is. There it is. Now, you're going to need to download something like WinRAR to open this because it's a 7Z file. So if we just go to RARLab, downloads, and then doesn't really matter, but I'm going to get the 64-bit version. I'm going to run that. There we go. And then we'll install that quickly. Bam! Perfect. Super quick. That's good to see. All right, so now we'll go back to our downloads folder, which we're already in here, and that's made the file accessible through WinRAR. So we've got that, we've opened that, and there it is. Perfect. We are sorted. Now, the next thing that you need to do is set up the start command. Now, these .bat files that you've got down here, they're doing exactly the same thing that we're doing here. It basically, now you have the software, you need to tell it where to mine, what your wallet address is, so it mines for you, and then you put in some specific kind of pieces of code which tell it how to mine, how to sort of tweak it and optimize it, that kind of thing. So all we need to do is get that code working. Now, for my purposes here, I've actually already got a file ready to go using my wallet and all that kind of stuff. But if you want to kind of like follow it step by step, all you need to do, we'll do it together. All you need to do is you need to go ahead and copy this information here and paste it into a .bat file. Now, what I do is I just go ahead and copy one of these. It makes a copy of it, and then I just call it start. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. As long as it's a .bat file, it's fine. And then you want to edit that. Right-click and edit. You want to get rid of all this information here, and you want to paste in the information that you were just given. Now, for us here, what we want to do is we want to choose the pool. Now, we already know what that is. That's the butter pool that we chose. So we'll copy that, and then we'll paste that into here. Perfect. Okay, that's done. Address. Now, that's your wallet. Now, for all intents and purposes, you might want to just choose the one that you've chosen here. But yeah, so this is exactly what you need to do. Get your public key, pop that into here. That means that anything that you manage to mine will go directly to you, which is great. You can put a max temperature in there to make sure that your computer stays safe. It will stop mining if it goes above that temperature. And there's a final command that we want to put in here. Now, this is my own settings that I use, as you can see here. Now, the most important thing for you to remember, I've kind of said the most important thing a few times, but this is probably the most important thing. Don't mine to this address. If you mine to this address, you're just going to give me your mining power, which would be kind of stupid. So please don't do that. The only additional setup that I have on my system is this code here. And that basically, for whatever reason, I don't know exactly what it does, and I think it just makes the computer look up so it can see more garlic bread in the sky. But it basically means that my hash rate goes from around about 400 to around about 600 with one card. So on this computer, that'll take us from around about 600 to around 1 mega hash. So that is pretty important. So make sure that you save the file and then close it up. And then all you need to do is double click that, and that will start your mining. There you go. So, as I said before, let's keep that software open so we can make sure that we can see what's going on. It's going to go ahead and do some auto-tuning and get the mining up and running for us. I'm not going to turn the fans on just yet, because I want you guys to see how badly it gets hot. But that's pretty much it. It's going to start mining for us, I think. It takes a little while to do some automatic tuning on the cards to make sure that they are running well. So we're going to give that a second to do its thing. And I'll just sort of leave this up so you guys can see it. Let's snap to the page so you guys can still see that kind of working in the background. But yeah, so if you want to learn any more about Garlicoin after this, the best place to go is always going to be reddit.com/r/Garlicoin. That is the official subreddit, and it is where everyone's kind of chatting about various different Garlicoin stuff, and you can find out as soon as things become available for sale using Garlicoin, as soon as it hits any markets, so you can trade from Garlicoin to any other cryptocurrencies, so you can find out what various people are doing, and it's a good place to ask questions, that kind of thing. Also, another place that is really, really good at the moment is the Garlicoin Discord. So again, don't forget garlicoin.io is the official page. I believe there is a link to the Discord. It doesn't seem to be there exactly. It's probably just on the Garlicoin page instead then. There it is. There you go. So you can just join us here at garlicoin.gg/Garlicoin. And you can get yourself started without too much issue at all, really. So hopefully this guide has been useful for you. The last thing that we're going to do before we finish up here is go ahead and turn our fans on. As you can see right now, as it stands, we are running the 980 Ti at 83 degrees, 84 degrees. So before that gets too bad, I'm just going to max that out 100% to cool that off a little bit. Now, you can obviously do a little bit of overclocking if you want to. For example, I know, because I'm quite lucky, my graphics card that I've got in here, I kind of won the lottery a little bit with this card. So I know that I can run this card at 1735 overclocked, 11150 on the memory clock, and I can run at those temperatures, those speeds and everything. You'll see that jump up in the old the clock speeds and stuff like that. I know those speeds are fine on my card, and I know that the 980 Ti that I've got here will run at these overclock settings as long as the fan is running at least 90%. So I'll take that back down again to 90. And that's just the settings that work for me. For you, the best thing that you can do is just go ahead and try it. You can see that the auto-tuning has happened. That weird is and does not validate thing is not a problem apparently, because we are mining at pretty much almost exactly 1 mega hash per second, 948 kilohashes per second, and all these yeses are us getting actual Garlicoin sent to us, which is fantastic. So there we go. It's all working. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful for you. Do let me know in the comments if there's any other tutorials you would like, any maybe like little quick tutorials about specifically Nvidia mining or specifically AMD, or anything else that you'd like to know about Garlicoin or any other cryptocurrencies. Feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I've been Caff with the Caffcast. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you all again on the next cryptocurrency video next time. Let me know if you want more. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.
You've been watching the Caffcast. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to check out all of our other videos.